Watch out.
Class of 2023, families and friends, Superintendent Anthony Soto, Mayor Joshua Garcia, members of the school committee, district leadership, faculty and staff, welcome to the graduation for the class of 2023. My name is Lori McKenna, and I am the principal of Holyoke High School North Campus. It is an honor to be here with you today as we celebrate you, the class of 2023. High school graduation day is a moment you think about, you wait for, and you work towards for years. Class of 2023, your moment has arrived. Your moment is now. As you embark on this journey beyond the walls of Holyoke High School, beyond 500 Beach Street, I want you to know that you can do whatever you set your mind to, and you need to believe in yourself. I've been asking several of you, as the days of your senior year have been coming to an end, how many days you have left. Almost all of you did not know. You didn't have a countdown started. Just so you know, that's not typical for seniors. There was one student who said to me, "I don't know how many days are left, but I can't believe that high school is almost over. I kind of don't want it to be over." He told me that he was nervous about the next step, afraid that he might not have success once he leaves Holyoke High School. I told the student that he worked hard and he'd be fine. We reminisced about some of the memories here at Holyoke High School, and then we went about our day. I kept thinking about that conversation with that student, and one day as I was leaving work, I was listening to the radio. A song came on that I love to sing along with. No, it was not Titi Me Pregunta by Bad Bunny, as you all know I love and dance to at the prom. It was Unstoppable by Sia. As I was singing the words, I started to think about those words, and I wish I had said those to that student that day. I'm going to say them, not sing them for you now, because that would just be atrocious. So I'm going to say those words that I want you to remember. I'm getting pressure to sing, but I can't. Okay, so maybe I'll dance. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful, I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. The message of this song is all about believing in yourself. Confidence is key. Attitude is everything. The way you think about yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you believe in yourself will all have an impact on your future. I'm going to share a story that I shared with the graduates of last year that connects to this idea. When I was in college, I was inducted to an honor society. One of my advisors scheduled an appointment for us to meet shortly after the ceremony. She told me that the meeting was to do some planning for our future. I assumed it was related to an internship that she was working on with me. I went to her office and she told me to watch the video. The video was of me walking across the stage at this honors ceremony. She told me to pay attention to what I did. As I watched myself, I noticed that I was walking up across the stage. I was looking down. My shoulders were hunched. I had no expression on my face at all, and my demeanor looked as though I wanted to disappear. I was actually pretty surprised at that's how I carried myself. My teacher said to me, "You need to walk like you have confidence and present this to the world about what you want them to think about you." She told me I was there to be honored and I needed to walk like I owned it. I needed to live like I owned it. She told me to walk like that every day. After that meeting, I was so self-conscious about how I walked and carried myself. The more I thought about it, the more it started to sink in. It was not just about the walk, it was how I thought about myself. And this is how I approached my life and the message I want to give you today. As you embark on your journey after high school, own it. Walk like you own it, live like you own it, be like you own it. Do not disappear, be noticed. Do not be expressionless. Let your face light up the world by the joy that you exude being you. Be confident in who you are, be confident in who you want to be, and be confident as you go on your journey of life. If you do this, you will be invincible. You will be powerful, and you will be unstoppable today and every day. Graduates, your future is defined by you. Believe in yourself, believe in your skills, and you will reach those goals that you set for yourself. Do not settle. Do not let a failure hold your back. Instead, persist. I'm going to thank the faculty and staff who helped you along your journey and for being here today. So many of you have identified so many of them as people who have truly shaped your lives, supported you in so many ways, and inspire you for the future. I appreciate their love, their patience, and their commitment to our students. Finally, to the families of our graduates, you have been by the sides of these graduates, celebrating the wins, encouraging them during the losses, and helping them make it to this day. Thank you for partnering with us and helping our graduates make it to the finish line, or should I say to home base. I know this day is a day of pride and celebration for you all. Class on 2023, I am proud of you, I will miss you, I love you. Here is one final fist bump to all of you. I can't wait to see the awesomeness that follows. Be unstoppable. I would now like to introduce Mr. Anthony Soto, the superintendent.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Holyoke Public School Committee and the entire Holyoke community, I want to offer my sincerest congratulations to the class of 2023. Let's go. Too many people to thank today, but I did want to name a few. Lori, thank you so much for your hard work in making today possible. She loves all of you so much. Nisette Gonzalez did an amazing job. Leanne Carrington, Jeray Pearson, Carmen Sanchez, Anna Regali, Patty Dunn, Jeffrey Smith, Mark Todd, and his crew there, Cassie Stewart. Thank you all so much for making today possible. It's an honor to be here. My name's Anthony Soto, and I'm a proud graduate of Holyoke Public Schools. I didn't graduate from Holyoke High. I went to Dean, but I'm still a proud graduate, and I'm proud of all of you. First and foremost, I want to thank all the families and friends out here supporting your students on this special day, your children. Our scholars appreciate everything you've done for them and appreciate that you're here to celebrate this accomplishment. Buenos días, es un honor estar aquí. Soy Anthony Soto, el superintendente de las escuelas y también un graduado orgulloso. Primero que nada, le quiero decir gracias a todos los familias y amigos que están aquí soportando a nuestros estudiantes. Nosotros y ellos agradecemos mucho lo que han hecho y por estar aquí celebrando con nosotros. I also want to give a special shout out to two students. As if they didn't get enough awards, celebrity awards, I did want to shout out Jacob Lee Santos and Patrick Sweeney. I've had the opportunity to work with the two of you just a little bit closer. Jacob Lee, who actually sits on our school committee this year and was my marching mate in the St. Patrick's Parade, and Patrick Sweeney, who's on my, there you go. Patrick Sweeney, who's on my high school cabinet and has been for the last couple of years. Both of you are just amazing and incredible. Keep working hard and you're going to do great things, I promise. And to the graduates, wow, what a year we had. Our first full year back from the pandemic with fewer restrictions. And what you all have accomplished really embodies perseverance. You've went through non-traditional freshman and sophomore year, and growing up in Holyoke, as the mayor will share later, you get more than just an education here. You get a lot of learned lessons in life, and you learn how to persevere, and that's what you embody, and I'm so proud of you. And today, you should all be very, very proud of yourself. I do remember sitting in your seat back in 1999. I was so nervous. I didn't know what life had in store for me. I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do? Oh my God. But I just want to tell you that those feelings are normal, and I want you to tell yourself, and I want you to know that you are ready. You are ready to take on whatever life throws at you. You're going to overcome. You are ready. There's a few things I do want to share with you. First, I want to share that, to no surprise, hopefully, life is hard, and it's not going to get easier after graduation. And I'm going to quote women's basketball coach from Duke. Her name is Cara Lawson, who shared a powerful message with her players this year. She said, "We all wait around for things to get easier. I just got to get through the winter. Things will be easier. I just got to graduate high school. Things are going to be so much easier. I got to get that job. Things are going to be easier when I start making more money." Well, I just got to sit here and tell you that it is never going to get easier. What happens is you learn how to deal with hard better. All of those challenges that life throws at you, you learn how to deal with hard better. So become somebody that deals with hard better and trust and believe anything that life has to throw at you, you will overcome and you will be great. The other thing I want to share is that not everything goes according to plan every single time. And one of my favorite boxers, Mike Tyson, said it the best. He was being interviewed after knocking this guy out who was talking a lot before the match and said he had a great plan to beat Mike Tyson. They asked him, Mike, what happened in there? The opponent, he had a great plan. And Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until I punched him in the face. And I say that because that's what life is going to do. Life is going to punch you in the face sometimes. And you might not have the right plan and everything go according to plan every single time, but you got to pick yourself up. We have real life examples here of that happening. Mayor Josh Garcia himself, he ran an election 8 years ago and he failed. He didn't quite get it, and it took him 8 years. He picked himself back up and he ran a good election, and now he gets to stand up here and talk to you as the mayor of Holyoke. Myself, first time I applied to Holyoke Public Schools was in 2011, and I didn't get the job. But I picked myself up, I worked hard, I learned a lot more, and then I was ready to take on this challenge as superintendent, and here I stand today in front of you. The last thing I want to say is that it's so important that you understand the choices that you make are going to shape who you are. And no choices are more important than the next few years. My mom used to tell me, and this one too, my mom used to tell me, dime con quien tú andas y te diré quién tú eres. And that's translated to tell me who you hang with and I'll tell you who you are. And I share that with you today because I think it's so important to make sure you're surrounding yourself with good people that care about you and always reevaluating who you hold in your tight circle because it's so important for who you're going to become. And that's enough advice from me today. I just wanted to express I'm extremely proud of all of you. I love you, and I can't wait to see all the good things you're going to do. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Next to the stage will be our Salutatorian Owen Pisha and Valedictorian Willie Lopez Morales. We will first hear from our Salutatorian, Owen Pisha.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Superintendent, School Committee, principals, teachers, parents, family, friends, and especially my fellow graduates of the Holyoke High School North class of 2023. My name is Owen Pisha, and I am proud and honored to be standing here as our class salutatorian. When thinking about the past 4 years, the Holyoke Public Schools motto of a pathway for every student comes to my mind. Each of us here definitely has our own path. My path began when I was 3 years old and started school at Metcalf Preschool. I spent 2 years there with some of you who are sitting here today. When it came time for kindergarten, I shifted onto a completely different path. I spent the next 9 years at Mater Dei La Rosa Catholic School with also some of you who are sitting out there. When 8th grade was coming to an end, it was time for me to decide where my path would take me next. I was presented with many possible options for where to attend high school. My choice was always Holyoke High. I chose Holyoke High because I saw that path lead to success for the many people that came before me. Looking around us here, Holyoke Public Schools can be credited for the success of Mayor Garcia, Superintendent Soto, and our very own principal, Mrs. McKenna, and some of the teachers and coaches that have helped guide us throughout the years. Many people in my own family have also found success after their time in the Holyoke Public Schools. My parents, both Holyoke High School grads, have gone on to enjoy successful careers that allow us the life we have today. My sister was well prepared for her future thanks to the Holyoke High School education. She is now a very recent graduate of the University of UMass Amherst with a bright future ahead of her. I also have many aunts, uncles, and cousins that are Holyoke High School graduates. who are now in the medical field, education, dental field, and the business world, all leading successful lives, including one who stood here 12 years ago as his class valedictorian. Being among such success, I know now that the path I chose was the right one for me. I have had many opportunities because of Hope Public Schools that I wouldn't have gotten from the other options. The most important to me was the opportunity to become a college student at Westfield State University during my junior and senior years at no cost to me or my family. This part of my path has helped prepare me for what is to come ahead. Many of you have found your success in various ways around the school. I found my success in the classroom as well as on the baseball field. Baseball has always been a big part of my life, and I am proud to have shared it with many of you sitting in front of me. Liam, Braden, Devin, and Yomar, thank you for always having my back when I just stood right over there on that pitcher's mound. Our past may be ending here, but we will always hold the memories from our times together on and off the field. Now is the time when all our paths will diverge as we go into college, work, or the military. In September, my path will take me to Western New England University to study business. I know that what I have learned here during my time at Hoyoke High School has set me up to successfully continue on my path. I wish you all success along your paths as well. So to wrap this up, I would like to issue one final thank you to my parents, sister, friends, family, and teachers that have always been alongside me as I travel my path to success. As for you, all fellow graduates, always follow your own path, but never forget that your time on your journey took you through Hoyoke High School. Congrats and good luck, class of 2023.
What is a true hero? ¿Qué es un verdadero héroe? I read this question a couple months ago in my AP Spanish Language and Culture class with Mrs. Shugru. And the last few weeks before the AP exam, Mrs. Shugru would assign us a different essay every day in preparation. Looking back, I am very grateful for this, but at the time, it felt like the world was ending. Honestly, when I came across this question, I didn't give it too much thought. Instead, I carelessly wrote my essay and moved on to the next one. As I sat down to write this speech, the question returned to my mind. What is a true hero? Is it Spider-Man or the Incredible Hulk? Is it the fire department or the police? This question caught my attention. All of the people who I have mentioned have attributes of a hero, but in my opinion, they fall short in embodying the broad characteristics of a true hero. By definition, a hero is either a mythological or legendary figure, often of divine descent, endowed with great strength or ability, or a person admired for their achievements and noble qualities, or someone who displays great courage. Notably, a hero is not measured by a single attribute, and because of that, I have taken the initiative to expand the definition of a hero from my own perspective. A hero is a person who, despite of their difficulties, actively tries to make the best of their lives and makes the world a better place. Notablemente, un héroe no se mide por un solo atributo, y por eso he tomado la iniciativa de expandir la definición de un héroe bajo mi propia perspectiva. Un héroe es una persona que, a pesar de sus dificultades, activamente trata de hacer lo mejor de su vida y hace del mundo un mejor lugar. Overall, we, the class of 2023, are heroes. We have made changes within our own school and our community. We have entered a few battles, including a pandemic, and emerged victorious. We have fought to be a positive light in the lives of our family and our friends. I can proudly say that the class of 2023 is making the world a better place every day. En general, la clase de 2023 somos héroes. Hemos hecho cambios dentro de nuestra escuela y nuestra comunidad. Hemos entrado en bastantes batallas, incluyendo una pandemia, y hemos salido victoriosos. Hemos luchado para hacer una luz positiva en las vidas de nuestras familias y nuestros amigos. Con mucho orgullo puedo decir que la clase del 2023 hace del mundo un mejor lugar día a día. Con esto dicho, quiero añadir que ser un héroe conlleva muchas responsabilidades, pero la responsabilidad más importante es cuidar nuestra salud mental y física. Es imposible hacer cambios en nuestra comunidad, ayudar a otros y mantener una actitud positiva si no nos priorizamos a nosotros mismos. Como héroes, también somos ejemplos para las generaciones que vienen. Algo que admiro de nuestra generación es que nos hemos dado cuenta cuánta importancia tiene nuestra salud mental. Así que mientras activamente hacemos lo mejor de nuestras vidas y tratamos de hacer del mundo un mejor lugar, Debemos encontrar espacio para crear conciencia sobre la salud mental y seguir priorizando nuestra estabilidad mental y nuestra felicidad antes que todo. Another responsibility we have as heroes is our education. There will no longer be anyone who forces us to study, but we know that knowledge has a lot of power. In order to be active and useful members of our community, we need to educate ourselves. We live in a society that sometimes, due to lack of education, repeats the same cycle of mistakes. This class has the power to break those cycles and create new positive habits, but it is only possible if we continue to give ourselves the opportunity to learn. We must always understand that both learning and knowledge are required in a number of ways. It would be absurd to think that through a mere book or a teacher you will learn everything. So never stop looking for information and asking questions, socializing and opening up to the world from everything that surrounds us, because this world needs changes, and with education we can achieve it. It is worth mentioning that the invitation to keep actively working to be better people and contribute positive things to our community, whatever it may be, does not rule out the possibility that at some point we will fail. We are going to go through a large number of challenges. Our plans may change, our goals too, but the important thing is that we don't stay defeated. One of the qualities that makes us heroes is resilience. We are resilient. We have been through both personal and interpersonal difficulties. We have lived through economic recession and through wars. We have seen people who are supposed to run our country act with lack of professionalism and wisdom to lead. But despite that, we have managed to graduate on this day. No está de más mencionar que la invitación a mantenernos activamente trabajando para ser mejores personas y contribuir cosas positivas a nuestra comunidad, cualquiera que sea, no descarta la posibilidad de que en algún momento fracasemos. Vamos a pasar por un gran número de desafíos. Nuestros planes pueden cambiar, nuestras metas también. Pero lo importante es que no nos quedemos vencidos. Una de las cualidades que nos hacen héroes es la resiliencia. Nosotros somos resilientes. Hemos pasado por dificultades personales o interpersonales. Hemos vivido en medio de una recesión económica y durante las guerras. Hemos visto a las personas que se supone que dirigen nuestro país actuar con falta de profesionalismo y sabiduría para liderar. Pero a pesar de eso, logramos graduarnos en este día. El futuro de nosotros es brillante. Somos capaces de alcanzar todas nuestras metas y de ser personas ejemplares para las generaciones que vienen. Pero al igual que nosotros seremos ejemplos, nosotros, como héroes, también tuvimos un ejemplo para que seguir. Por eso quiero tomar un momento para agradecer a todas las personas que nos ayudaron a lograr esta meta y que nos guiaron hacia este momento. Le damos gracias a nuestras familias por el constante apoyo y amor. Le damos gracias a nuestras amistades por escuchar nuestras quejas y siempre saber lo que decir. Le damos gracias a los maestros, nuestros entrenadores, los consejeros y la Facultad de Administración por dedicar su tiempo y energía a nuestro aprendizaje y desarrollo. Y al fin le damos gracias a Dios por darnos la fortaleza para ser los héroes que somos. I want to take a moment to thank all the people who helped us to achieve this goal and guided us to this moment. We thank our families for the constant support and love. We thank our friends for listening to our complaints and for always knowing what to say. We thank the teachers, our coaches, our counselors, and the administration staff for dedicating their time and energy to our learning and development. And finally, we thank God for giving us the strength to be heroes, the heroes that we are. Felicidades a 2023, lo logramos. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it.
Congratulations to Willie and Owen. The Holyoke High School choir will now perform Raise Me Up.
I'd like to honor a gentleman that we did 20 years ago when our madrigal sang this piece, Dr. David Sealer, who was a pediatrician in Holyoke for years, took care of so many of our children, including my own. And then he worked for Doctors Without Borders down in Peru, where he tragically lost his life. So we want to honor him and remember Dr. David Sealer. Thank you.
Mildred Buffet, the Vice Chair of the Holyoke School Committee, will now share some remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I had to check my watch first, make sure I didn't say good morning. Good afternoon, welcome everyone. Welcome to all the families, the staff. I'd like to first introduce real quickly some of the other members of the Holyoke School Committee who are here as well celebrating this special day of yours. I have from Ward 3, I have Yadilet Rivera Colón. Ward 2 School Committee woman, Rosalie Tensley Williams. Ward 5 School Committee, Mr. Jay Wellahan. I'm gonna leave you for last, you get a special one. Ward 7 School Committee woman, Ellie Wilson. And last but not least, everybody knows him, he's the longest serving school committee person in Massachusetts, and that is Ward 6, Mr. Collmore. So I didn't write a speech, but I wanted to make sure that I was here today to celebrate this day with you guys and all the struggles that you have gone through to make it here today. Unlike you, I didn't get this chance by choice. But on May 13th, I sat how you were sitting. I was actually looking at the program and I was like, God, this is so long and the speakers are gonna take a long time, and I was kind of looking at how many pages they went up on stage with. But I also took that time to reflect on what I did to make it there, graduating with my bachelor's in the science as the first generation graduate in my home. As Superintendent Soto said, life is it's gonna be hard. It doesn't get any easier from here. And I could be a testament to that. Life is hard. A year ago, I was diagnosed with an illness that is only gonna lead me to a wheelchair. Now, did I think it was gonna happen so quickly? No. But instead of getting better, it's getting worse. But I don't stop there. You fight through it. Because the more you fight through it, the more you succeed. I don't know how many of you watch America's Got Talent. A couple years ago, I see some smiles, so I'm sure you see it. You want to hear the comments Samin Cowell says to the contestants. But a couple years ago, there was this one contestant who made a huge impact, and her name was Nightbird. And I came to find out about Nightbird probably last week. And why it was because I was scrolling through Facebook and I noticed this one group from Africa who came and did this dance and sang her song. And it's called It's Okay. That song really hit me because, like I said, life is going to throw you a lot of hardballs. It's okay. And here is one of her quotes. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's all right. It's okay. So as that student that feared what life was going to be after high school, it's okay. If whatever it may be, it's what you make of it that counts. You have your families here, you have your friends who are here to support you, you have the city who's here to support you, you have the school committee that's here to support you. The other thing that I wanted to say was, I'm one that I work 7 days a week. But the best days for me to work is Sundays. I take that time to reflect by listening to gospel. And today, there was one lyric that I want to leave you with. Your destiny is too important to give up for anything. Remember that. You each have a destiny. Don't give it up for anything or anyone. Continue to fulfill the dream that you were meant to reach. On behalf of the Holyoke School Committee, congratulations.
Before I introduce our next speaker, I would like to take a moment to recognize Geneva Bissett as one of our class artists. Geneva, can you please stand for a moment? You can see an example of her work on the back of your program. A few years ago, we started a new tradition of having a student share their story of perseverance. I am delighted to introduce Jennifer Ramos, who will share her story with us right now.
¡Arriba!
There's always gotta be a ball. There's always gotta be a ball.
Good afternoon, friends, faculty, and family of my fellow graduates. It is an honor being able to stand in front of you all today. As a first-generation graduate, I'd like to incorporate my native language, Spanish, into my speech as a tribute to all the Hispanic families here today. Buenas tardes a todos. Es un honor para mí dirigir este saludo a todos los asistentes de este evento. Antes de todo, quiero agradecerle a Dios por guiar nuestros pasos y por permitir este gran logro hoy. As I look into the crowd, I see the faces of the people who have helped me become the person I am today. Even though some of us are doing our own things, the memories we hold are unforgettable. Cada uno de los que estamos aquí debemos tomar nuestros propios caminos. Cada uno debe seguir trabajando para lograr todo lo que se proponga. At first, I was embarrassed to come into a new school with only 40 credits and having to stay after school every day to get back on track. Some of you might think it was because I didn't like school or didn't do my work. But the reality of it all, I gave up on myself and lost hope when I left all my friends and my school behind. I had to start all over again and meet new people. I'm so happy that I came to Holyoke High School because this is where I met the teachers who became mentors to me. I met friends who became family, and most of all, the person that helped me get through it all, my counselor, Laura Vasquez. I'm thankful for each and every one of you, but most of all, I want to thank my hero, my best friend, and my #1 supporter, my mom. She was the type of woman to dress us like little Gap models while she shopped for herself in the clearance aisle. The type of woman who would feed us and would go to bed hungry so that her stomach wouldn't hurt. The woman who worked multiple jobs in order to provide for us. Yet, it was because of my mom's sacrifices that I stand here before you all today. My mom serves to remind me that God does exist. Many of you ask, what is my motivation to go to college? And like many of you who come from an immigrant or Hispanic family, it is because of my parents. Estando en este estadio y enfrente de tantas personas, le quiero dar las gracias a mis papás. Quiero que sepan que no estoy aquí simplemente por mis logros. Estoy aquí por las manos de mi papá y su sueño de tener un trabajo que no sea. También estoy aquí para cumplir los sueños de niña que tuvo mi mamá de ir al colegio. Este diploma es para ustedes que como inmigrantes hicieron muchos sacrificios para que yo pudiera cumplir mis sueños. Los amo. I truly hope that each and every one of you continues to better yourself and pay it forward, to help those not believing in themselves, to achieve their long-forgotten goals. It will only get better from here. From one of the most influential men of our time, Mr. Worldwide once said, "This is for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a great day. Remember that." Congratulations again.
All right, Mr. Worldwide, stepping it up a notch from me. Sorry, it's good. All right, thank you very much. The final speaker I would like to invite to speak is Mr. Joshua Garcia, the Mayor of Holyoke.
What's up, Holyoke? You heard from the superintendent. His parents told him, tell me who you hanging with, and I'll tell you what you be. You know what my mother said? She said, mira, búscame la chancleta. I learned my lesson real quick. I want to welcome all the parents and grandparents and families and teachers and administrators and staff and all gathered here today, and I'm glad you could all come out for this incredible occasion. And graduates, look how happy your families are. You know what this means? Look at them, they're happy. This means that today is the perfect time to ask them for some money. So, my deepest apologies for the construction going on that didn't allow graduation to take place on the football field. The field is getting a much needed facelift so that future generations can enjoy it just as much as you did through your time at Holyoke High. But on the flip side, how great is it that we're able to have graduation right here in your baseball field? I do want to share with you a quick story before I continue on in this speech. So I got the request from Superintendent Soto about having graduation on the baseball field. The Director of Parks and Rec gave a long email of reasons why it can't happen. Now, I don't like to interfere with department head level decisions. But one night when I was trying to sleep, my wife was browsing through social media, and there was a bunch of parents angry about why they can't have graduation on the baseball field. So I turned over and I explained to her the 100 reasons why it couldn't happen. I tried to go back to sleep, my wife hit me. She said, you're the damn mayor. You better let those kids graduate on that field. I said, all right. The very next day I called the Director of Parks and Rec and I said, hey, listen, we gotta talk. And here we are today. Anyhow, I'm a proud graduate of Holyoke High too. Class of 2004, and I know some of you were born in 2004. Thanks for reminding me, Sam Brennan. I remember having a conversation with Sam, and I told her proudly, I graduated Holyoke High 2004. She says, I was born in 2004. Messed me up. So, graduate 2004. I got into my first fight freshman year in the school cafeteria during breakfast. I got suspended for 10 days. Again, I learned my lesson real quick. When I went home and my mother said, búscame la chancleta. You heard Anthony Soto and a couple of the speakers talk a little bit about the education that you received inside the classroom. I want to talk a little bit about the wealth of knowledge, experience, and compassion that you gained just by growing up in the city of Holyoke. And I'm telling you from my own personal experience. Growing up in South Holyoke, raised through the public school system, and now in front of you, addressing you and serving as the mayor of the city. Because you grew up here in this city, you've learned a lot about people's struggles with poverty and addiction. You learned about mental health. You've learned about and seen homelessness. And many of you have your own stories to tell of the struggles that are happening in your home or maybe in your neighborhood. You've had an education in compassion, which makes you much more prepared than any of your peers in other communities on how to navigate challenges when they appear and also appropriately respond to issues when they happen so that you can achieve the outcome that you desire. Your success today wasn't given to you in a platter. I know. It was no walk in the park. You earned it. And regardless of the challenges outside of the classroom, you should own it. Be proud of it. And because you grew up here in the city, you know about different cultures, you know about different religions, different food, different holidays. Even if you've never traveled farther than the city of Northampton, you're already well traveled and so much more prepared than those kids graduating in Northampton. Many of you are bilingual. Do you know that only 6.5% of Americans born in this country speak a second language? You're already ahead. You're going to earn more. You're going to learn more. You have more empathy. You're much, much more open-minded, which is why I can stand up here and confidently say that your education in Holyoke puts you much farther ahead than any other city in town. And don't let anyone tell you any different. And if they do, they're just hating. They're haters. And whatever you decide to do, even if some of you decide to go and explore the world, always know that Holyoke will always be your home. This is where you were made. This is where your stories began. Each of you out here in this field, you're Hoyokers. Don't ever forget that. So best of luck in your journeys. Make sure you go out there, show them who you are, show them what you can do. I do want to quickly just give a quick shout out to both Bianca and Ashley. Bianca made sure that I give her a shout out. Their names are on the board there in the gym. Scored more than 1,000 points. Although Bianca won't admit it, Anthony Soto and I were on a team playing against her and her peers, and we won by 1 point. But hey, it's all good. We'll give you a rematch. Hey, listen, congratulations. We're all proud of you. We're all very happy. And good luck. Thank you.
All right, and now, my friends, the moment we have been waiting for. Baseball field, our graduates will make their way off the baseball field. So here we go. Willie Lopez Morales. Owen Keisha. Joseph Albino. Esmeli Alicea. Tane Alicea Odebashian. Adalberto Alvarado Jr. Alani Victoria Baez. Nora Balicki. Jelunis Barreto. Jose Batiz. Raul Bermudez Jr. Geneva Bassett. Eliza Betancourt Gonzalez. Dustin Benoyer. Shane Bourgeois. Samantha Brennan. Gabriela Briganti Davila. Julissa Brito Valdez. Conrad Broderick. Janelli Cabrera. Danielis Calderon Colon. Janielis Camacho. Listiana Cartagena Santiago. Tyler Castellano. Nicholas Pivette Duque.
Alexander Cintron Feliz. Alexander Colon. Ayana Colon. Jaden Colon.
Jasmarie Colon. Trinity Colon. Xavier Rivera Colon. Damien Concepcion. Justin Contreras Rolon. Nisha Copany. Isaiah Cariano. Rina Cortez Rodriguez. Carlos Martinez. Sahani Koto Vada. Axel Koto Rodriguez. Francesca Crestini. Destiny Cruz. Jose Cruz. Perla Cruz Nunez. Lakeisha Cubaro Montanez. Angelina D. Leon. Brianna Diaz. Abigail Dominguez. Emma Dominguez. Yarlis Ducos Torres. Alexandria Dumoulin. Jonathan Duran Encarcion. Sarai Ferrero. Braden Figueroa. Brendan Figueroa. Brianna Figueroa. Nashali Figueroa. Nelson Figueroa. Alani Figueroa Pinto.
Catherine Franco Torres. Timothy Gahn. Aaron Gauthier. Liam Blashy. Omar Gomez. Dimitri Gonzalez. Eliana Gonzalez. Alani Gracia. Kaylani Gracia. Zaid Guadalupe. Nicole Henshey. Krista Henberry. Janiel Hernandez. Genesee Hidalgo Ortiz. Omaris Huertes. Zayomi Irizarry. Anaya Irwin. Valerie Joseph. Shamalis Jusino. Sarah Kafer. James Keeler. Grayson Kennedy Rigg. Cameron Crow. Jonathan LaBoy. Braden Lamaron. Isaiah Laporte. Gabriella Lawrence. Sean LeBron. Victoria Lemke. Ronnie Lewis.
Gabriel Linares. Davani Lopez, aka Lee Wonka. Nevaeh Lopez. Destiny Luigi. Tania Lozada. Valeria Lozada. Dylan Luvold. Kalani Marquez. Michael Martinez. Melanie Martinez. Nathaniel Martinez Rivera. Alondra Silva. Imani Matos. Jaralis Matos. Luis Melendez Velez. Melvin Mercedes Rodriguez. Dalista Morales Barilloni. Javier Morales Garcia. Nathaniel Morales Matos. Samantha Moya Lugo. Isabella Murphy. Keisha Neco Rodriguez. Alani Negron. Yedrick Nieves Perez.
Jenny Ojeda Colon. Melvin Oliveras. Michaela Omeda Smith. Anthony Ortiz. Bianca Ortiz Cordero. Dorianis Ortiz Lozada.
Yo, what up? I want to say something to y'all.
Jamiris
I love y'all,
Ortiz
yeah?
Reyes. Stephen Pinckney. Andrew Cortez. Sebastian Provost. Emma Puza. Joshua Quiles Rodriguez. Azle Ramirez. Samantha Ramirez. Jennifer Ramos Murillo. Ethan Raymond. Ethan Reggio. Laurice Reyes. Cameron Riss. Alicia Rivera. Jacob Rivera. Jorianis Rivera. Jose Rivera. Michael Rivera. Miranda Rivera. Peter Rivera. Hannah Rivera Cruz. Juan Rivera Masonet. Erica Rivera Rosado. Tatiana Robles Castillo. Amelia Rodriguez. Ciara Rodriguez. Emmanuel Rodriguez. Gina Rodriguez. Tomás Rodriguez. Sally Rodriguez. Tomás Rodriguez Calderón. Axel Rodriguez Figueroa. Xavier Román. Alondra Román Franco. Deborah Rosario Rodríguez. Baby Rosario Román. Janiel Salgado Rivera. Aviana Lee Salters. Darlene Sanchez. Jose Sanchez. Alexia Santana. Rafael Santana. Janisha Santana. Alondra Santiago. Armani Santiago. Juan Santiago. Devin Santos. Jacqueline Santos. Giselle Santos Ruiz. Alexander Rosario. John Scott. Joel Serrano. David Takar. Adrian Soto Menendez. Adam Starkoff. Gavin Sullivan. Patrick Sweeney. Jade Swindell. Mahaya Taven. Robert Taven. Dylan Taufer. Isaiah Tolman. Kaya Thomas Rivera. Jeremiah Tirado. Denise Gomez Alinako. Logan Turgeon. Sydney Valentin. Anthony Baje. Xavier Vargas. Gianni Vargas. Ashley Vasquez. Sydney Gilly Vasquez. Adriana Vasquez Peña. Nadesha Vasquez Peña. Yamin Vega Mercado. Joshua Vejilla Morales. Theo Ray. Devontae Westbrook. Jacoby Wright. Dante Whitley. Faith Whitlock. Niall Williams. And last but not least, Khalil Williams.
Superintendent Anthony Soto, Mayor Josh Garcia, school committee members, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure and immeasurable pride to certify that these students have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation from Holyoke Public Schools